Gaurav, what do you think Pakistan is really trying to do with this announcement? Why has this decision been taken? What is it trying to signal to the world?
Politicizing the sport, it's trying to send across a message that it's linked up closely with Bangladesh. And because Bangladesh is out, Pakistan is also not going to play its 15th Feb match with India. But this could have massive ramifications for Pakistan. By and large, if you notice, Pakistan thinks very well tactically, but strategically, it ends up being a disaster. And should Pakistan actually go ahead with this, the consequences, as Nikhil Nitin can tell us better, could be disastrous for Pakistan. Not just losing match fee, it could possibly face disciplinary action. Its funds could be checked. Whether hosting rights of Women's World Cup could be taken away, NOC that could be given to other players to play in Pakistan, that could be taken away. There are a slew of measures that the ICC can take, given the fact that ICC has made it clear it cannot be, I'll play some matches and I'll not play some matches. This isn't gully cricket. This is ICC World Cup T20. And for this, Pakistan will have to behave. Yes, there have been countries in the past that have played some matches and not played some matches, but then there were reasons for it. For example, either a bomb blast in Sri Lanka or a situation between two countries. If politically the situation wasn't good, they wouldn't travel to that country and play. But in this case, anyways, the match is happening in a third country, Sri Lanka.
Right. Gaurav, do stay with us. Nikhilnaz is also with us. Nikhil, do you think any country has the right to opt for selective participation the way Pakistan has announced that it will be playing the T20 World Cup but will not be playing against India?
Actually not. I mean, you just have to take a look at the statement that comes out of the ICC to understand. You use that word selective participation, and that's exactly what ICC has used and said that that is against the spirit as well as the sanctity of the sport. However, I mean, it's a very cautious release or the statement that has come out from the International Cricket Council. Where they have still said that, while this is against the spirit of the sport, they would still want to, request the Pakistan Cricket Board to reconsider their decision at the moment, which will be mutually beneficial to all stakeholders. That also, of course, includes Pakistan. So this is where ICC stands at the moment. But we've seen the ICC be very patient with Bangladesh as well. We remember when Bangladesh decided not to come to India, there was an ICC delegation that went over to Bangladesh. I mean, there are certain protocols that you have to follow. But let's not mistake ICC's request or being patient with their inability to take some strong action. Because remember, it happened in the case of Bangladesh where they went and visited, tried to, talk sense into them. Eventually, when the decision didn't come through, they actually, barred them from playing this particular tournament that we're going to be having. So in Pakistan's case, I think similar sanctions could be coming. Remember what Pakistan is doing at the moment. I know this is being built up as India versus Pakistan, but Pakistan need to remember what they're doing right now is not just taking on the Board of Control for Cricket in India. Of course, that will have its own repercussions, which we can dwell into later. But they're actually going against the rest of the cricketing world. Because what is Pakistan's stand at the moment? We haven't heard an official statement in terms of why they pulled out, but the last we heard, Mr. Mohsin Naqvi, who heads the Pakistan Cricket Board, he spoke about the injustice, quote unquote, injustice being meted out to Bangladesh. Now, Pakistan is standing up for Bangladesh, and that has repercussions. Why? Because Bangladesh not participating in this tournament was voted 14-2 by all the remaining cricket nations. So now what Pakistan is saying that it's not just India. We don't want to listen to the rest of the cricketing world. We don't want to listen to the governing body of the sport in International Cricket Council. Do you think that is something that the ICC will let pass? Do you think that is something, let's say, the Australian Cricket Board, English Cricket Board, or the rest of the cricket boards are going to let it just pass? So I think there will be repercussions when it comes to ICC tournaments in the future. Gaurav spoke about organizations and things like that. But I think this could also dent their bilateral cricket because they may not be playing any cricket with India, but they do play bilateral cricket with Australia, England, and now they're actually voting against these countries. So I don't think they've really thought it through. They have much to lose if they continue to hold this stance.
Absolutely. Nikhil, do stay with us. We also have Nitin Srivastava with us. Nitin, do you think Pakistan can really afford the consequences of this announcement that they have made to boycott match against India?
Well, I think absolutely not, because I don't think that Pakistan is in that, capacity of losing huge revenue, losing ICC rights to, host any ICC event in their country, and also not to play bilateral cricket. As you know, Nikhil was rightly mentioning here that it is actually about PCB versus rest of the world. When there was a EC, executive body meeting of ICC, when they were deciding against Bangladesh, there were just two members. It was PCB and BCB. So it is very clear Pakistan's intention not to play against India is because of they want, to create some kind of sentiment in their country. And of course, if they are not going to take the field against India on the 15th of Feb this month, it is going to impact Pakistan cricket in a larger way. ICC has made it very clear, that if, they are not going to take the field, it will actually impact their cricket in a larger way. So, I mean, as of now, I think it's just empty threat by Pakistan. Once again, initially they were saying they are in solidarity with Bangladesh cricket and they will boycott the complete tournament. But now they are saying, okay, we will play the T20 World Cup, but we will only leave India. So what is the reason behind that? And Pakistan definitely should have made it very clear to ICC already, but they have not written anything to ICC as of now. So we'll have to, wait and watch what exactly they are going to tell ICC, that what exactly the reason is, why they are saying that, but they will play T20 World Cup, but they will not take the field against India. There should be some logical reasoning behind that.
Absolutely, Nitin. And in fact, Gaurav, coming back to you, do you think this is a comical stunt being done by Pakistan to spite India, but Pakistan does not understand that this is going to have larger consequences which could hurt Pakistan largely?
If you look at history of India and Pakistan, a lot of measures taken by Pakistan may have been tactically good. They may have made headlines initially, but strategically, they were a disaster for Pakistan. Take a look at the Kargil War in 1999. Tactically, a brilliant move, but strategically, it was a disaster for Pakistan. Their prime minister had to go running to the United States of America and seek a ceasefire, and then they had to withdraw their troops, and they lost the Kashmir cause virtually forever, because that Kargil happened right after then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee undertook the Lahore bus journey for peace. So Pakistan was disgraced globally. Look at 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks. Now 10 terrorists attacked our country, and Pakistan thought that was good action they had done, tactically well thought out. Strategically, Pakistan was in the international doghouse for being a state sponsor of radical Islamist terror. Similarly, that's the thinking of a country like Pakistan. You can go back in history from 47, 48 to 65 in every situation. India thinks strategically. Right now, it's not just the BCCI, because the BCCI is not the issue here. It's the ICC, though under Jay Shah, no doubt. They're giving Pakistan the long rope, and then they'll hang Pakistan by that long rope. The same way that Bangladesh was given the long rope, the moment Bangladesh thought that it can brazen it out, Bangladesh was hung out to dry. Pakistan has also been very politely and yet very firmly told you cannot selectively participate. Let's see what their reason is. Based on their reason, if they do not take to the field on the 15th, there may be massive consequences for Pakistan. And Bangladesh cricket, many and Nikhil and Nitin can tell us better. Bangladesh cricket would virtually be dead without BCCI and Indian money in ICC. The same or perhaps worse is in store for Pakistan. But as they say, when the adversary is out to shoot himself, you should actually wait and not interrupt him. Let him do it.
Absolutely. Gaurav and Nikhil and Nitin, do stay with us. Let's also take a look at what could be the implications of this move. So crippling ICC sanctions loom for Pakistan. Pakistan cricket could lose out big time if this boycott row escalates. The ICC may quietly tighten Pakistan's bilateral calendars, limiting future cricketing engagements. The ICC can also make it harder for foreign players to receive clearances to participate in the Pakistan Super League. Pakistan may even risk losing hosting rights for future ICC tournaments. All of this points toward a potential mega revenue loss for Pakistan cricket. What may have been intended as a boycott stunt could end up making Pakistan cricket bleed in the long run. My colleague Nikhilnaz continues to stay with us. Nikhil, So there could be severe consequences of this move by Pakistan, which could not just impact the T20 World Cup, but also could impact its home series, which is the PSL, and also bilateral tournaments.
Well, Anjali, if you take a look at where Pakistan cricket is at the moment, and I'm just talking pure cricket, they've regressed. At one point, India-Pakistan contest used to be the mother of all battles, as we know. But over the last, decade or so, India has taken a massive lead when it comes to playing Pakistan in all formats. Now, what's the reason behind it? That's because we all remember there was a terror attack in 2009 on the Sri Lankan team, and after that, they had no bilateral series, and that has affected Pakistan cricket to an extent where now they don't stand on the same level as, let's say, the Indian cricket team. That's what hampered Pakistan cricket. Now, slowly and steadily, they tried to rebuild cricket. They got international teams coming in, participating there. But now they go against the ICC, as I mentioned, not just against India, all other cricketing boards as well, and started their own league, much like the IPL, called the PSL, much smaller than the IPL, but a league nonetheless. All of these now are under threat. Firstly, would now teams that have voted for Bangladesh not being there, you call it injustice and say that we'll not play India. You want to hurt ICC. Firstly, you are going to antagonize all these teams. Would they be willing to come to Pakistan and play? Remember, the PSL happens because of players coming from these countries. Indian players don't go, but you have players from the West Indies, New Zealand, Australia, everywhere else come and participate in the PSL. For that, those players need NOCs from their own respective boards. Do you think those NOCs will be coming going forward because of the step that Pakistan takes? Because them pulling out of, the cash cow, so to say, of the ICC, the India-Pakistan match, will impact everyone. Just to let the layman know, because it contributes about 40% to the revenue of the ICC, 600 million is what ICC makes annually. So that's going to be dented. That money actually is distributed amongst all nations, including Pakistan. I'm going to quickly give you some numbers to make you realize how the difference is. India's overall revenue, the kind of share they get from ICC is less than 10%. So if that is hurt, it doesn't matter to Indian cricket. That carries on. Less than 10% is a hit they can take. Pakistan's revenue, total revenue, 70% of it comes from the ICC. Now, if there's no India-Pakistan match, who's going to get hurt more? The clear answer there is Pakistan. To me, it seems like, I said it yesterday, cutting your nose to spite your face, because everything that they're doing in an attempt to harm India is going to harm them 10 times more.
Absolutely, Nikhil, do stay with us. Gaurav, coming back to you, I would like to also pose a question to the BCCI, because there were similar calls that were made during the Asia Cup to boycott matches against Pakistan. People were requesting BCCI to boycott these matches to be played against Pakistan, but BCCI did not take this step. Do you think BCCI should also have taken similar step which the PCB is now taking, boycotting matches against India?
Post 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks, when 10 Pakistani terrorists killed 166 innocent people from a dozen countries in Mumbai over a massacre that lasted 3 days, Pakistan should have been ousted from world cricket, from ICC, the way South Africa was for apartheid, and India should have started mobilizing world opinion, because people from all over the world were killed during 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks. Sadly, that wasn't done. India continued to play even bilateral cricket with Pakistan. Those who say that cricket diplomacy or cricket is a sport which increases, people-to-people contact, unfortunately, in the context of India and Pakistan, it only encourages Pakistan's military jihad network, and we've seen this over decades. Even after Kargil war, there was bilateral cricket. In fact, during Kargil war, there was multilateral cricket. Though India continues to win, and that's a great blow to Pakistani morale, but then Pakistan continues to make money, and for Pakistan there is no concept of izzat, it is only money. So Pakistan continues to bleed India through terror, what it calls, or people in Pakistan call Ghazwa-e-Hind, or a war against Hindus. That is Pakistan's DNA. Unfortunately, we think that we'll continue to play sports with them and we'll have people-to-people contact, and Pakistan will change. Pakistan can never change, and we've seen this over decades since independence. However, This is a golden opportunity in my view. Again, Nikhil and Nitin can tell us better, because just now it is Pakistan that's shooting itself. I mean, it's virtually keeping a gun to its head, and saying, I will not play India and you let me play. They think they'll get away with this bravado like they did in the past, but hopefully this time, they've given ICC the excuse to hang them by that long rope that they've been given so far. It does not encourage good sporting ties, and sports has been used as an instrument of foreign policy world over. Look at 1980 Olympic Games, when the entire Western Bloc did not travel to Moscow, or the '84 Los Angeles Games, where the entire Soviet bloc did not travel to the United States. So, and very recently, Russia being ousted because of that war, and all of those measures. So all over, sports is an instrument of foreign policy. India should effectively harness it now.
Absolutely, Gaurav. And in fact, Nitin Srivastav also continues to stay with us. Nitin, how has the reaction been from the Pakistani cricketers on this announcement to boycott match against India?
Well, there are few reactions from Pakistan. Some of them are saying, okay, if government has taken this decision, we will go with that. Especially, Salman Agha, the captain of Pakistan team, yesterday was, doing a press conference, said, okay, it's government decision, and we can't do anything, so we'll have to abide by the government decision. But again, I mean, if Pakistan government is taking a call, okay, the team, they will play the T20 World Cup and they will boycott India match. It means it is government to government. It is not about, that Pakistan Cricket Board has taken this decision. I have not seen any official statement issued by Pakistan Cricket Board. So it is absolutely government's call. That is why I think Pakistan Cricket Board is keeping a door open. So there will be a negotiation. There will be one more round of meeting with ICC officials, or even internally in Pakistan. So, I mean, if there is a possibility of taking a U-turn, so actually they can. I just feel, Pakistan is making so much noise because they want some kind of, emotion creation in their country, and also, to tell, BCCI and also ICC that they can actually do something which they cannot. So that is the thing. I mean, as far as BCCI is concerned, as of now, they are unaware of such development. I spoke to a few officials of BCCI. They are saying, okay, we are not aware of such development, and so to ICC. But they have taken a note. They have threatened Pakistan Cricket Board, especially to the government. If you are not going to play against India, there will be a serious implications. And especially, there are 4-5 points which we are discussing since morning. The bilateral series will be impacted. There will be huge revenue loss. There will be no hosting rights given to Pakistan Cricket Board. So are they actually, that capable to accept all such things? I don't think so. So it is again, important to see what action ICC is going to take against Pakistan if actually they are not coming to play to India.
Absolutely. It remains to be seen what action does the ICC take against Pakistan. Remember, Pakistan has announced that it will be participating in the T20 World Cup but will not be playing against India, the match that is scheduled to take place on 15th February. I would request you all to please stay with us as we're now being joined by former Indian cricketer Harbhajan Singh on the broadcast. Harbhajan, a very good morning to you. So Pakistan, there were questions and doubts if Pakistan will be participating in the T20 World Cup. And now the Pakistan has announced that it will be participating, but it will not be playing against India. So what does the future now hold for Pakistan as they have decided to go to not play against India? And what action can the ICC take against Pakistan, and how will it impact the Pakistani cricket?
Well, I think the message is very clear, when they are saying that they don't want to play against India. See, there wasn't any tension about India-Pakistan. There wasn't any war going on or any dialogues which has been going on about India-Pakistan. It is about India and Bangladesh where that things were going on about it. And of course, the decision was taken by the ICC and the board members not to include Bangladesh in the tournament, because Bangladesh decided that they will not come to India. And even though that is entirely their decision if they want to come or not, but where Pakistan, they didn't need to get into all this. And of course, I think a few months back, a lot of things happened. There was a war situation, and of course, after the war, we have seen India-Pakistan playing in the Asia Cup and India winning that Asia Cup, and then that trophy drama happened. That trophy was not given. So all that drama is taking the first place, but cricket is the second place. It should be other way around. Keep the dramas aside and let the cricket go on. If Pakistan doesn't want to play against India, that is entirely their call. India is not dependent on Pakistan in any which ways. So, but be ready for the ICC's penalty as well. That's what I want to say to PCB, because this is not going to be, India versus Pakistan. Now they have taken, some panga with the ICC, and ICC will come down heavy with heavy penalties on PCB, I believe.